Nintendo Switch OLED. Is this the Nintendo Switch Pro? Undocked, it's still 720p. For some reason, I imagined that the next Switch that was coming out was actually going to be like a higher quality. What's up with that? To me, this looks like it's just a bigger screen. Maybe it wasn't that big of a deal, I don't know. I have my Nintendo Switch, I never play it. I remember getting Pokemon for it and some other shit. Never played it extensively. I'm gonna sound like such an old man here, but the fact that Pokemon was 3D is literally the entire reason why I didn't play it. It's 3D. It's not meant to be that way. I can't help it. I'm so old. 3D Pokemon just gives me a very, very weird sense. It's like that episode of Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron crossover, and 3D Timmy Turner just kind of looks weird. That's just what that looks like to me. It's just weird. It's supposed to be 2D, dude. I've seen so many things be 2D and then just come to 3D and come to life. Pokemon is not one of them for me. I played things like Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap 2, and even that shit was weird when I was a kid. I was just used to watching 2 pixel things just fucking randomly do animations at each other. Oh, we had a loadout drop marker. Thank you so much. Dude, I've been seeing this really disturbing Twitter tweet at me on a regular basis. It's no eyebrows Jev. I already hate my eyebrows, so this whole no eyebrow Jev thing is like weirdly satisfying to me, but also the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life. What the fuck? Like, what are you sitting up there for, man? I don't know if I want to go through this red door, I'm gonna be honest. Seems a little sketchy if you ask me. For the longest time, I always wish that I had just had like way better done eyebrows and everything, and you know, with the whole thing of everybody being stuck inside, my eyebrows have just gone. They've just been growing and growing. Like, I allowed my eyebrows to grow from the beginning of time to where they are now. I don't even know if I would be able to see correctly. Okay, so this guy's going to the top. Gotcha, buddy. How did this guy not have more anything on him? I think instead of taking Ghost here, I'm also gonna take High Alert. Holy sh! Alright, GG's. Guy just sat on, man, fucking Ghost first thing. I understand that the second loadout drop, but the fact that you pick Ghost, it shows that there's a difference. I pick High Alert, where I hope that a player would challenge me, and you pick Ghost, where you hope that you can, you know, you can catch people off guard. That's more of your underhanded style, I'm sure. It fits.
You're up, soldier.
Did he take my car over there? The car is still there. If I land back, that guy's absolutely gonna kill me. See, the thing is, my vengeance might be a little bit more important than the win, though. Because it doesn't really matter if we win or not. It's not like I ever really name my videos, holy fuck, 30 kill win, banger! Even when I get into complete trash tier lobbies, whatever. I'm trying to see where he is. I'm just gonna leave the game. I'm so mind-fucked at that point that that guy actually managed to leave that there and not take my vehicle that I was straight up frozen right there. That was weird. I landed back there with all of that energy about killing this guy, and then as soon as I got down there, I heard absolutely nothing. And my instincts were screaming at me the entire time. I don't know. My game sense is just all out of whack on this shit. I would literally rather just leave the game than deal with the pressure of trying to re-find the guy. It's not fun. It's literally the most unfun shit ever. Landing back down onto your loot is like one of the most unfun things ever. It makes me wonder if I even care about having a gulag anymore. It used to be one of my favorite things about Warzone, and that's really what differentiated it, but I'm gonna be honest. Every time I land back from that gulag, I don't feel good. I just know my game is substantially worse even if I get out of the gulag. That right there was super annoying, because if I went around the, like, I'm gonna explain my thought process there. I landed on the ground. He would have gotten a notification that I was about to land in. He would have heard enemy overhead, whatever the fuck it was. He would have looked up, maybe would have seen me, so I have to sit here and think already. Okay, he could see me, but he hasn't shot me yet, so there's a small chance that he hasn't seen me yet. Okay, I go and land down. When I go and land down, he could absolutely hear that as well. Whenever I cut my chute, I landed my chute. I actually contemplated landing outside of the whole thing, and then slowly but quietly walking back towards the building, just in case he was still sitting there in complete silence with the heartbeat sensor and ghost. I had a choice. When I landed down there, if he knew exactly where I was dead regardless, but even if he didn't know where I was, then I would have to go and loot my things exactly where he knew I was going to be to go and get my things back. Then I would have had to try to run for my life if I hadn't been shot yet with that vehicle. And I would have died ultimately anyway, trying to get in and out of the vehicle the same way he killed me before. He's not going to challenge me in a fair way. He's going to wait until I do something. So he's either there and waiting for me to be in a position where I can't defend myself, or he's not there at all and I've completely mind-fucked myself, and eventually he would kill me just at a different position. I get into like a weird, I don't know the term, but it just happens. I don't know. I just freeze. I don't know what happens. I don't know. This whole like landing back shit, I want to kill them. I want that vengeance. I really wish I could reconnect to that game to kill that guy, because now I have the courage to at least attempt to loot it now that I've talked about it. But I don't know if I would have died, and if I would have died, I'm telling you right now, this table would not be staying. There's a new PlayStation State of Play on Thursday. Tune in for a Deathloop gameplay deep dive. Okay, Deathloop. So a lot of other updates on indies and exciting third-party games. So whatever that means. I mean, we could have some good games over there at the State of Play, but it seems like it's mostly Deathloop. That's the one that they mentioned by name. Airheads reveals new chicken sandwich made with Airheads candy bun. Oh. Oh my, it's a chicken sandwich. That didn't even look like chicken to me at first. It's like oddly discolored as well. In contrast, that chicken should be like a golden color to all of the bright colors around it, but instead the bright colors around it, with it covered in that much sugar and shit anyway, somehow the chicken just looks, people have been asking for my class setups, by the way. This is the usual one that I would run with, this AK here. Some people end up running like different versions of it. A lot of people like the Tiger Team Spotlight, and people don't use underbarrels and stuff like that, but I play on Independent. I don't play on Affected or anything like that, so my visual recoil is a lot more than usual, or at least what most people would be used to at this point. Obviously, console still has it like that and everything, and those guys still run Tiger Team, but I like the control and the accuracy that I have with the Spetsnaz. I would rather run that underbarrel if it means having a lot more consistent winning gunfights than just giving me movement speed. It just doesn't really matter, especially for a gun like the AK. It's not really gonna win ultra close range anyway, so going with this ultra close build, like I'm lying to myself, like it's gonna beat an MP5 is just silly. So putting the grip on it to me is not bad at all. Same thing with this XM4. This is a build that I've been using. I call it a sniper support build, but some people don't because of the field agent or whatever. But I think this is pretty much how I like running my secondary ARs and stuff like that with a sniper rifle. I don't like too big of a zoom because that's usually I have a sniper rifle, so we go with the smaller zooms, either no sight or, you know, a microflex or something like that. Field agent for easy control, task force for damage, and then agency for, you know, the usual. You guys know how it is. I don't usually show my class setups or anything, but there's nothing really special or different about them. The only thing that I've ever done different at any points at this point was weird SPR builds from time to time, but at the moment the SPR is kind of like in a weird middle spot, so yep, I straight up just left the game. I didn't even finish.